Oh, Lily, how are you? I was wondering when you'd return the dress I lent you a month ago. It's an expensive dress and I'd really like it back. What are you talking about? I don't remember borrowing any clothes from you. Aren't you confusing me with someone else? No, I lent you a dress last month when you said that you wanted to wear it to a friend's wedding. Remember? It's a little black dress. You said that you've always wanted to wear a dress like that, so I let you borrow it. Really? I don't remember anything like that. I remember wearing my own dress to that wedding. Are you really sure? It was just last month. You can't have forgotten already. I have a wedding to go to next month and I want to wear that dress. Could you at least check if you have a dress like that? You might have forgotten, but I'm sure I lent it to you. I don't even remember borrowing anything from you, and I don't know what it looks like. How am I supposed to look for it? Can't you believe me when I say I haven't borrowed it? I told you it's a little black dress. You said you wanted to wear it because you didn't have any black dresses. You should find it in no time. Did you lose it? If you did, you should just be honest. More importantly, who's getting married? Are you really going to a wedding? Why would I lie about that? It's one of my friends from college. She's getting married. Seriously? People your age still getting married? No way! That's hilarious. What's that supposed to mean? Is there an upper age limit to getting married? There's no limit, but, I mean, don't you think it's kind of embarrassing? You're too old to get married. Don't you have any shame? If it was me, I wouldn't have a ceremony and get it over and done with quietly. I never imagined someone over 30 would want to have a ceremony and show off how old they were when they got married. I don't think it's embarrassing at all. 33 isn't that old to get married nowadays. If anything, I think it's become the norm for people to settle down and have kids later on. And why should someone put off having a ceremony? Because they're too old. A lot of people want to share their happiness with their friends and family. Really? I think 25 or 27 is a better age to have a wedding. Getting married and having kids should be done before you turn 30. Otherwise, it's just cringy. 33 just screams that you were late to the party. It lets everyone know that you couldn't find anyone to marry you until you got old. I disagree. Besides, your brother and I had our wedding ceremony last year, and I don't think there was any problem. Everyone was really happy for us. Well, Ken has the same DNA as me and looks young, so he looked good in his suit. But you were a sorry sight, Mona. I never thought someone could look so ugly in a wedding dress. I think everybody had a hard time telling you looked beautiful because it really wasn't true. Everyone was gossiping about how old you looked. How rude can you get? Can't you think before you speak? Why would you ruin my memories of my happiest day of my life like that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't help but say what I think. But I think it's better that you know the truth. You shouldn't run away from reality, you know. You are what you are. You're old. Everyone tells me that honesty is my best quality, so you should think so too. Honesty and rudeness are two completely different things. There are some things that you should keep to yourself, even if you think it's the truth, for the other people's sake. Really? What a pain in the ass. Old people are so noisy about the tiniest things. Just get over it. Old people? Are you talking about me? Yeah, who else? You're the only one that's annoying me right now, and you're much older than I am. Face it, you're old. I'm only 7 years older than you. You think that that's old? Then you'll become old in no time too. I'm still 33 and I still have a long way to go before I can think of myself as old. You mean you're already 33? That makes you an old woman. I'm surprised you're not embarrassed by how old you are. You should be more aware of your age. If you're not conscious of your age, that means you're not acting it. Don't you know that there are certain things that you should and shouldn't do when you get old? Like have a wedding, for example. Why should I? There's nothing I feel embarrassed about. And we shouldn't have to feel embarrassed because we're getting older. It's a natural process. If you can't accept that, you're going to have a tough time in the future. They say that ignorance is bliss after all. Good for you. But just letting you know, everyone around you is probably cringing. I don't care. I see there's no point in trying to get you to change your attitude. Can you just give me back my dress? I want to wear it, and it should be returned to me because it's mine. Do you understand that at least? Yeah, sure. I'll look for it when I have time. So you do have it after all. Why didn't you just say so in the first place? Why did you have to lie about not remembering me lending it to you? All you had to do was say you had it. You made everything so complicated because you were being difficult. What do you mean you have to look for it? I hope you haven't lost it or anything. You should be more careful with things that don't belong to you. I know it's around here somewhere. It'll come up, so chill out. You'll only lose your hair and get more wrinkles if you worry like that. I've heard from Ken that you're not good at tidying up after yourself. Are you sure you know where it is? I've said this over and over, but it was an expensive dress. I asked you to take good care of it, remember? I don't remember that. You should have been a bit clearer. It should be fine. It's in my room somewhere. You don't sound very sure. You can't look for it. Maybe I should ask your mom. What? Why would you bother my mom about something like that? She's too busy to look for your dress. How selfish are you? Do you think that the whole world revolves around you and your dress? Can't you be a bit more considerate towards other people? Look who's talking. You're the one that hasn't returned the dress they borrowed from me a month ago. And you're the one being selfish and inconsiderate here. And you're not even sure where it is. You're unbelievable. You have no right to talk to me like that. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You're really annoying. Even if you did get your dress back, do you really think you can wear it? You've gained a lot of weight recently. You won't look as good as I did in it, so maybe I should keep it. Oh, wait. Are you knocked up? Is that why you're so fat? Yeah, I'm pregnant, but why does that matter? It doesn't mean you get to keep my dress. If you want one for yourself, go buy one. Plus, we already told you we were going to have a baby weeks ago. Did you? I don't remember at all. I just thought you got fat. You weren't exactly slim to begin with. No, we already told you. You were there when Ken and I went to your parents' house to announce the pregnancy. You live there, so there's no way you wouldn't have found out even if we didn't tell you directly, but we did. I can't believe you're pregnant at that age. That's even more hilarious. You're not even listening to me now, so why am I surprised that you weren't listening when we told you? So what's funny about it? It's practically an old age pregnancy. Aren't you worried? There must be so many complications for a woman of your age to give birth. Why would you do that to yourself? You're over-exaggerating. Just because you think that everyone older than you is an old woman doesn't make me unfit to have a baby. Could you please stop being so rude? I'm starting to lose my patience with you. But I'm not even being that rude. I'm telling you what it is. That's all. You should be grateful. You're so sensitive. Be careful you don't get a heart attack, Grandma. I'm worried about you. Well, you don't have to worry that much. I'm taking care of myself, just like any other pregnant woman would. I'm aware that the risks do change as a woman gets older, but that doesn't mean you can ridicule me for wanting children. If you say so, but I'm surprised that you would actually want children at that age. Personally, I wouldn't want to take the risk. Is that so? Well, to each their own. Everyone has a different idea of how and when they want children, and whether women have children or not is completely up to the individual. I won't lecture you about how you should start to settle down and have kids yourself, but I just want you to know that I'm currently pregnant. You should be a bit more careful and watch what you say. You're always like this. You always have something horrible to say. You know exactly how to push a person's buttons. What? I should watch what I say? I've only stated the truth. What do you want me to say? You can't deny that you're more of an old woman than I am, and it's true that you're way too old to have a baby. But it's a shame that so many women are like this. There's always someone that acts like that when they're pregnant. Acts like what? You were going on about how you're pregnant and acting like you're better than me because of it. Women like you like to lord it over other women that they're going to have a baby. What? I don't think that at all. I didn't say anything like that. But you do, and you do. You said, I want you to know that I'm pregnant, and told me that I should watch what I say, remember? You think you can tell me what to do? I don't know who you think you are, but you're not my boss, and you can't talk to me like that. That wasn't my intention. I meant I'm pregnant, so you shouldn't push my buttons. And that you should be a little more considerate. In fact, not just to me, but to everyone around you. Anyway, please stop changing the topic. We need to talk about my dress. Just like I told you when you asked to borrow it. If it's been damaged or lost, you'll have to pay for it. I warned you before I lent it to you, and I've waited patiently for you to return it, so I think that's only fair. What? You want me to pay for it? I'm not paying for anything. Why should I? We're family. You can't force me to. There's no reason why I should listen to you. What do you expect? How many times do I have to repeat myself that it was an expensive dress? I made myself really clear when you asked to borrow it that it was from an expensive brand. I didn't want to lend it to you even in the first place. But you were really insistent that you wanted to wear it. I only lent it to you under the condition that it would be just for one day, and you promised yourself that you would pay for it if there was any damage. But it's already been a month. You sound unsure of where it even is, and you've conveniently forgotten about the promise you made. Even you must realize how irresponsible you're being. Anyone would agree with me when I say that you're really lacking in common sense. Usually this is where people apologize for taking so long to return something and explain why, if they have a good reason. If not, they'd at least offer to reimburse. If you really didn't want to lend it to me, then you should have said so. That's your own fault, Mona. Don't lend things you can't trust other people with. It's that simple. That's why I told you no so many times. I didn't want to lend you that dress, but you just insulted and guilt-tripped me, like you usually do, and then went crying to your mother. In the end, I had to lend it to you because your mother told me to. You coerced me. I knew that you wouldn't be able to say no to my mom. I guess that when it comes to my mom, you can't act like you're better than her because you're scared she might make Ken break up with you. Do you really think that's the reason why I couldn't say no to her? Because that's ridiculous. She wants us to get along, so I agreed to let you borrow that dress in the hope that we could. Clearly, I was wrong. And we were talking about your attitude, not about my relationship with your mother. Please stop changing the topic. This is why old women are so annoying. That's enough. Stop being so childish. I'm surprised my brother even agreed to marry someone like you. I thought you looked old when he introduced you to us. But now I know you really are an annoying old woman. Why on earth did he choose you? You say that I'm an old woman, but I'm only 1 year older than Ken. Does that make him an old man? And how about you? You seem pretty preoccupied with people's age and what they do. But you should keep in mind that you're not that young yourself. What are you talking about? You're old, but I'm still young. But you're already 26, aren't you? You'll be turning 30 in no time. At least I'm still in my 20s. Turning 30 won't change how young I am. That's what I thought too, but according to you, everyone around is secretly laughing and gossiping about our age. So maybe you ought to take care as well. Yeah, well, unlike you, I'm not an old woman, and it'll be a long time before I look like one, so you don't have to worry about me. I'm as young as ever. Oh, really? But you don't want to have an old age pregnancy, so I guess that means that you'll have to get started soon, or it'll be too late for you. You don't want to end up like me having kids at 33, do you? Then I wonder what the best age is. You were saying that the best age to get married is between 25 and 27, so I guess you'd want to have children soon after. Yeah, that's right. So what about it? If that's the plan, then you better hurry up and find a guy to marry. If you say that women should be married by the time they're 27, then you're running out of time. What? I don't need you telling me that. I can find a guy to marry me whenever I want. I don't even have to look. There are plenty of guys that want to marry a girl like me. Are you sure? I don't remember you having any boyfriends in all the time I've been with your brother. I haven't had any boyfriends, but there are like a lot of guys who are interested. And I get asked out all the time. Whenever I'm out with friends, the guys are all over me. You'd never understand that, would you? Since nobody is interested in dating an old woman. Then why don't you go out with them? Don't you want to get married soon? Because I have standards. I have high expectations from a guy who wants to date me. I'm not going to date some scruffy old guy off the street. I need to find somebody that deserves to date me. But that's obviously going to be difficult since I'm so pretty and smart. So what kind of person would they have to be for you to want to date them? Who would be worthy? Well, he'd have to be handsome and definitely tall. I can't stand with a man that's shorter than me. That would be so embarrassing. He's got to have graduated from college, preferably one of the top universities in the country, and he's got to be rich. Good luck with that. Maybe you're the one that needs a reality check. What? Why? What are you trying to say? I'm telling you, you need to snap back to reality. Do you really think that a perfect guy like that exists? Even if he did, why would he choose you? Do you really think anyone would want to marry you when you think like that? Are you blind? I'm cute. There's no reason why anybody wouldn't want to date me. Unlike you, I was super popular with the boys in high school. You're just saying all of this because you're jealous of me. You wouldn't understand what it's like because the only person willing to date you was my brother. You're right, I don't understand what it's like to be popular, and I was lucky to meet your brother. But I think I understand the reason why you don't have a boyfriend and haven't had one for a long time. What did you just say? Your horrible taste in fashion could still be considered cute if you weren't so judgmental and insulting about other people's appearances. Not only that, you go out of your way to find other people's weaknesses to make comments that hit them right where it hurts. You like to belittle other people just to soothe your inferiority complex. Why on earth would anyone love you? Why on earth would anyone want to spend the rest of their life with you? Shut up! Shut up, you old ugly woman! That's none of your business. You're already 26 and you're still acting out. I think guys would expect more maturity from a woman in their late 20s. Shut up! Shut up or I'll rip your stupid dress up and throw it out with my garbage. If you do, I'll be charging you for it. By the way, the only reason you were popular in high school was because your face was cute. That doesn't mean your personality was cute. So what if it was just my face? I'm cute. Cuter than you and everyone else, and that's all that matters. When you become an adult, it's not just appearances that matter. No matter how pretty you are, your lack of a decent personality and attitude is enough to put off any guy. And it's starting to make its mark on your cute face. What? What is? Your bad personality is starting to show on your face. Even your brother mentioned to me that you look older than I do. Before making horrible comments about how other people look, perhaps you should look at yourself in the mirror properly. After years of grievances from Lily, Mona finally managed to turn the tables on Lily and give her a taste of her own medicine. Mona's pent-up frustration with Lily was finally released, and she wasn't bothered by Lily ever again. It turned out that Lily had been hiding Mona's dress after getting a stain on it at the wedding. Lily's mother found it hidden away when Mona asked her for help in looking for it. Lily's efforts to pretend that she hadn't done anything wrong were futile, and she had to compensate Mona for the dress. At first she refused to pay, but her own parents and her brother got furious with her, and she had no choice but to pay Mona with her own money. Ever since their talk, Lily looked like she was bothered by what she had been told by Mona, and began attending speed dating parties to meet potential partners. Unfortunately for her, she wasn't as popular as she might have hoped. In fact, she was overwhelmingly unpopular, and has taken part in 30 different parties but hasn't been asked to go out privately by any of the people she spoke to. It looks like it'll be a long time before she can find her perfect man.